this second quarter. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Brought down by Devin Harper. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now Ryan. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. First down now, but that clock rolling. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. This will be caught at Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs him. Ryan. He's got the Hall of Famer, Harold Carmichael. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now it's Ryan. This will be caught by Harold Carmichael. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Once again, it's Swift. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Swift, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try to run for the 1st with Ingram. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now As you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation.
And in for the Lions touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. This is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 27, Ryan looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. And this is secured by the Patriots. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And the offense moving quickly to the line. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throw left side complete to Troutman. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Again, Ryan. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Gronkowski. Out route, he's got him. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Burrow's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Oh, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides.
Our Father who art in heaven, weapon. I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions. I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive. The streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class. Seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united. A legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence. Assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things. I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm Stephen. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his third season now, it's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. 51
yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a carry for Swift. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Running is Swift. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Keontae Ingram taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. York York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now a first down throw for Young. Being chased out left. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Here's Young. And incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, but it's going to be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The second down throw for Steve Young, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. The third down throw incomplete by Steve Young.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He'll get it inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Swift. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The York on now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Under pressure, they got him again. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. You take it right on the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit! Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Steve Young. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Past the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Penny. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. 1st down, Young. And that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. 3rd and long for Young. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Young to throw it. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now it's Swift. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Swift. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle by Balen Spector. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run here with Swift. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.